I am doing my lactation consultant training to be an IBCLC and under the amazing mentorship of Theresa Yaroshevich. It'll take me a few years, but I realized I was giving as much advice as I could in terms of the osteopathic influence on breastfeeding posture to help with breastfeeding over the last few years and wanted to know more. It's kind of what I do. So I decided to formalize that. I've just done a 20-hour lactation training conference with the New Zealand crew, and they recommended this amazing book by Dr. Amy Brown, who's from Swansea in the UK. And it's so, so good. But you know what? My mums don't have time to read this and look at the research and stuff, but I'm blown away by how much cool stuff happens when you breastfeed. And we kind of all know that. But what we don't have is as much support from mums as possible, and I think we make them scared unnecessarily. So I'm going to start with this quote from Dr. Amy Brown. Babies, we think they are broken if they want to stay close to us all the time, or they wake often in the night. So I've included a video in this blog where you can have a look, which summarizes the stats and summarizes the research that she did, which I think will be really reassuring for many of the mums that I work with. And please share it around, because there's such a taboo about co-sleeping. There's such a taboo about breastfeeding continuing and not adding, supplementing the food and adding solids early. And wait till you have a look at the research. So what she is also saying is that it's up to us as healthcare practitioners, those of us who are in this, working in this environment, to educate more and to become more knowledgeable so you feel more confident in helping mums breastfeed. The environmental factors, the long-term outcome measures for health, the cost factors for the family, and on a national and global scale. It just all makes sense. So I'm going to read you what she is asking us to do. So this is for the healthcare practitioners that work in this area of health in breastfeeding education. Step 1. Teach mums and those around them how normal it is for breastfed babies to feed frequently and why this is important. Check the video. Step 2. Tell all new parents and those around them that normal baby sleep, why feeding doesn't affect it, and support them in any way, other ways to get more rest. So I'll often say, when my mum say, oh, but it'd be good if my husband gave the baby a bottle, I'm like, how about you keep breastfeeding and get someone to cook you a meal, or get him to do the housework, or get him to make you a cup of tea, or in another way so you can keep doing the breast milk. The breastfeeding. Step 3, tell parents and those around them about normal patterns of weight loss and weight gain in breastfed babies, and why this doesn't mean that they are underweight. Step 4, be more aware of how experiences during childbirth may affect breastfeeding. Invest in maternity units to give staff more time with mothers to help reduce interventions during birth and ultimately increase breastfeeding rates. For all of those reasons I said earlier. Step 5, no mean task this, by the way. Early hospital practice can make a significant difference to breastfeeding. The more baby-friendly practices that we adopt in hospitals and birth units, the better their breastfeeding rates. So it's obvious, make all hospitals and neonatal units baby-friendly. Step 6, invest in export support services for all breastfeeding mums right from the start. Step 7, support new mothers to feed and mother. Don't abandon them to juggle everything. Mother the mother. I love that. Step 8, bin all the rubbish baby care books. Step 9, support employers to be breastfeeding friendly. Pretty sure we are. We've got 2 babies on the way, with Andre and Ben's partners having babies soon. Step 10, stop this ridiculous body image pressure on new mothers and come to terms with our illogical sensitivities and prejudices about human milk and the female body. I think that deserves a pause. Step 11, give new mothers the emotional and practical support they need every step of the way. Step 12, breastfeeding support needs to be tailored to individual needs. Amen. Step 13, educate dads to be the breastfeeding supporters that they can be, and in my experience want to be. Step 14, invest in health services so more health professionals have more time and more knowledge to support breastfeeding mothers. I'm trying. Step 15, educate the public to stop being idiots, or at least do no harm. Brilliant. I love it. Amy Brown, you so say it as it is. Step 16, regulate products that are designed to create anxiety in new mums, aka formula. Step 17, crack down on brand advertising and prevent industry access to professionals and parents. We're getting a little political here. And lastly, step 18, step up and fund healthcare and breastfeeding support. So all credit to Dr. Amy Brown, Breastfeeding Uncovered, who really decides how we breastfeed and feed our babies. Hope that helps. Watch the video. Enjoy. I've so got your back on this.